Beach trips are not just for summertime, and some of America's best beaches are right in North Carolina. We're checking in with Scott Peacock, the Director of Tourism Marketing at Visit North Carolina. He's at Jeannette's Pier on the Outer Banks. What's it like there?
Oh, it's a beautiful day here at Jeannette's Pier. There's a bunch of people behind me on the pier fishing, catching some awesome stuff that they're no doubt will be going to be cooking tonight for dinner. There's a bunch of guys and girls out here surfing to my left and my right now. There's a great session taking place. The waves are perfect, and there's a bunch of people finishing their morning surf session. It's also an aquarium here at Jeannette's Pier, so there's a lot of families coming off of the beach that have been out there all morning looking to take a break, cool down, and learn a little bit more about the marine culture here in North Carolina and the Outer Banks as well. So it's a beautiful day, and there's a lot of activity going on.
It looks beautiful. And from autumn wonders on island beaches to kite festivals, coastal cuisine, what makes the North Carolina shore such a favorite destination for people?
I think one reason that we want to have people think more about coming here in the fall is, first off, the temperatures. The water temperature is just as warm as it is in the summertime, despite what you might think. There's way less crowds here. It's also a lot more affordable to come and visit in the fall, so you might be able to stay longer or stay somewhere a little bit nicer that you wouldn't be able to get your hands on in the summertime. It's also that beautiful bird migration that takes place every year that comes to North Carolina. So it's a great time to come and visit and check out our wildlife and our natural habitats that really kind of come to life because there's less people here. So you can get a little bit very close up and personal and encounter some of these things that are making it special. There's a lot of great activities from surfing to kiteboarding and kayaking that you can do as well. So light and soft adventure to be had, especially in the fall time. Fishing is beautiful as well.
Plenty to do. So visiting in the fall is a special experience. What else tops your list when it comes to activities and dining? And of course, this celebration of oyster season, right?
That's right. North Carolina is really proud of its oyster trail and our oyster farms that exist up and down the coast. So it's a great time in October, which is North Carolina Oyster Month, to come and learn about our oysters, to maybe get on a boat and get out there and experience that for yourself, to pull a pot up and to shuck an oyster and eat it right then and there on the ocean. That's a pretty cool, special experience. So everything from the North Carolina Seafood Festival in Moorhead to the Ocean Fest in Surf City and checking out our Calabash style seafood that takes place down in the Calabash area, but you can find it all over the coast here in North Carolina. But that's why we call it a true celebration, because it's an opportunity to really understand more about oysters and to appreciate and experience these eastern waters and what kind of oysters they bring that are very different from anything you would have in the Pacific Northwest, for example. It's just a really cool, special opportunity in an up-and-coming agricultural scene here.
Well, just spectacular, and people love the idea of traveling. Anything else you want people to keep in mind about just the beauty of the North Carolina shore so close to us, and then the sights and experiences?
Yeah, I think one thing to think about when you come in the fall, another thing you're doing is helping to promote sustainability. So as a visitor in an off-peak season like the fall, it's a chance for you to really think and reflect about like how you can come have an amazing experience for yourself, but actually help to maybe lessen that footprint that you have when you are visiting places of natural beauty like here in North Carolina. So we have a program called Outdoor NC, where we help educate and encourage visitors to think about the things that they can do when they're visiting to have a great time, but leave it wild and leave it protected for generations to come. You also, like as I mentioned before with our seafood, it's also fall harvest season. So our chefs along the coast are not only able to pull that fresh catch off the boat every day, but they're also able to look at all the fall harvests from our crops all across the state. And so it's probably my favorite time to eat on the coast because the chefs have such an amazing bounty of produce and coastal food to put together that the plates are just beautiful and they taste amazing. So even if you're not into seafood, it's a great time to come and check out the coastal cuisine here. Places like Wilmington are really taking the food scene here in North Carolina up to the next level, and that's a great place in particular to visit.
A lot to do, a lot of memories we want to make up there. Scott, thank you very much. And anyone watching can learn more about planning an off-season trip to the beach at Visit North Carolina website. We'll have that link in this segment on accesscarolina.com.